Hello, welcome to the Self-Learning Podcast by Dr. Sushma Singh. Let us start discussion on Unit 15, Entrepreneurship and Capitalism. And our topic is Studies on Entrepreneur other than Weber. The studies on entrepreneurship have not much attracted the attention of practitioners of the discipline. Nonetheless, a few studies have been extended in this direction over a period of time. It is an established fact that sociology has been influenced by very much with its theory of social change and innovation, and as such, this theory might be meaningful to analyze entrepreneurship in sociological frame. Durkheim's notion about the change of society can be stated in generalized form. More the population density, more the demand, more the division of labor and specialization occur in the society to fulfill its demand. What specialization of work is meant for? It can best be explicated that an entrepreneur throughout his or her career innovates the avenues for professionalization and expertization of work to succeed in the field of its own. In this respect, Durkheim's idea of specialization of division of labor itself hints a theoretical genesis of entrepreneurship, and perhaps this social condition during 18th century might have led French Revolution and Industrial Revolution, which seemingly was a beginning phase of the development of capitalism in European society. Analysis of entrepreneurship appeared even in the writings of modern sociologists. In this context, mention can be made to the work of Merton, in which he states that most of the discoveries had taken place accidentally. In this connection, it is difficult to elicit the causes. Further, in another article, he suggests there may be inadvertent interrelation between entrepreneur and crime. In a society where much stress is given to the direction of achieving desirable goal and people struggle for it, however, there also would be an avenue for goal attainment. This kind of social situation, as Merton says, compels to its members to render efforts in searching out new avenue to succeed. Here innovation is unavoidable phenomena, but there is also another situation. The members who do not succeed in goal attainment, they are likely to adopt unfair means to succeed, which will lead the crime and deviance in the society. In contrast to other disciplines, sociologists have looked at entrepreneurship in comparative frame. Such kind of analysis has been done by Lipset. He finds out that intensity of economic development depends on cultural values and entrepreneurship in a given society. He compares two cultures of Latin America and North America. In Latin America, Liberian culture is dominating throughout its notion of discouragement of manual labor practices commerce, and industry. While the situation of North America is such, where Purtian values laid emphasis on work and money making as a vocation and was predominated in most of the part of United States and hence resulted the economic development. In Latin America, when Liberian values were replaced by the landed property and it had become the symbol of success. At this juncture also economic development had taken place in Latin America. Now let us conclude the unit. What does the idea about entrepreneurship and theory of capitalism, as given by different scholars in preceding pages, lead up to? Now it is time to review the main thrust of the theoretical contribution and its applicability. There is nothing doubtful that the contribution of Weber is of immense in the theoretical sense, but it seems weaker in its practical implications. It represents just social science as sciencing. In spite of this weakness, Weber's idea can be taken as point of departure of developing and shaping its practical applicability to entrepreneur with reference to the capitalist development. And Weber's initial definition of entrepreneurship may facilitate in extending Schumpeter's individualistic entrepreneurship into a sociological perspective. The idea for survival of entrepreneurship, modern enterprise, and an organization which is able to generate chances of profits is essential condition can be commented as that only creative personality loaded with bundles of ideas is not sufficient for survival. Weber's notion of methodological work and money making as vocation, as they have been demonstrated in the Protestant ethics, raises an important question: how far elements of methodological work and money making articulate in the present dynamic situation of globalization and liberalization. This is such a question which perhaps needs modification of the theory of entrepreneurship and capitalism. Now let us wind up the session, and we have come to the end of the unit. Thank you very much for engaging yourself with the self-learning podcast.